All right, that's amplified audible activity as I start recording, just like LAPD did with helicopter. It's just a different method, same pattern of conduct. This is a double shadow. Here's one here, and here's the darker one here. This is in relevant position while the United States Postal Service is here in relevant position monitoring. It's impossible light activity. There is no exception with regard to what is facilitation and what is the state actor. Hi.
By any chance, do you know who this, what number it is exactly?
That would be 1816 number 1.
Number 1? Okay, this is for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, got it. This is P.O.C. The same police department that was engaging in an act of terrorism that you witnessed, flying over repeatedly by helicopter, especially as I exposed their criminal system by let's just think about what happened in Upland, California, and what is still happening in Upland, California, and what would never be the sun that's over the parking lot in Alvarado Gardens while it's remaining over the roof of the Upland Public Library, let alone, again, visible out of the back of the window facing College of Law, University College of Law of Laverne. And then you're also looking at the light activity that's on that car. You're looking at the impossible light activity that's on the ground. All of this is the ongoing surrounding circumstances of what is presence. Okay, that is the USPS. That represents, by the way, an aspect of the federal government. What I took pictures of is impossible light activity that's appearing into the depths of the hallway. Impossible light, it's covered. The sun is above us, downward trajectory of light. You're looking at a pattern of going underneath structures, reaching into in order to touch with us, the demonic objective. You're also looking at what is light activity. While I'm revealing the demonic, the entity is engaging what is light activity, gets dim and then it gets brighter. You also know that this is a supernatural because it would never be the sun that's here in the first place. You are witnessing a real-time observation as I'm exposing that which was never anticipated to be exposed. And what does the entity do? Threaten my life. Understand the threat that target individuals are subject to. All right. And it is to be appreciated. Just because I have the ability to stand up and speak to it, there's no less of a threat. These are psychopaths stalking in helicopters. Like, you are out of your natural mind. You're going to federal prison for that. Very, very sick and demented. All right. And you're surrounded by the evidence. You don't have a legal argument. This is going to be analyzed for exactly what it is. Psychopaths that started freaking out, helicopters, hovering by plane, coming and pacing in their company vehicles. All right. While I'm exposing just the common sense. This is the record that already existed. This is nothing different. So when the entity is then, again, doesn't think about it until I remind them about it. They're psychopaths. All right. In no way formidable enemies. But I want to be clear. That is a formidable threat where these demons are wearing badges and flying helicopters and airplanes, and they're engaged in criminal state surveillance in concert with the people of the state. This is why the environment is here, because they're all present. It's serving for ongoing mass facilitation. All right. Impossible light, mad walk over here as it gets bright to do with sunlight. All of this is covered in light. You're talking about when the engineered light hits objects, that's what happens. Sunlight does not hit at an angle. The entity is keeping, but also a big picture. If the sun is over Family Community Library, it's not even going to be here, and it's not going to be in its zenith over my head, and it's also not going to reach under the. It's not. This is stalking with light. All right, and it's demonic. All right, and that's capturing Metro. They're going to federal prison. All right, they showed up in relevant position, pacing around, coming, backing up. That was pacing. Remember the magnified light, remember the multiple shadows, like I just showed you right here, while you're delivering the mail, while you're coming to complete a repair in relevant position, activity creation. Hi, how's it going?
Hey.
Good? Okay. All right. Thank you. They're going to be deported also. They're not even natural born citizens. I suspect that they're not natural born citizens. They're going to be deported. The entity is engaging in what is the maintenance of an environment for that criminal purpose. Why is the light source? Why the engineered light? Because the people of the state are systematically monitoring, and they engage in what is the ongoing maintenance of activity in that engineered light. And they also supplement in the shade. They'll come and molest you with headlights while they cross path. Engineered light, impossible light activity, the same impossible light activity that's on the ground. That creates multiple shadows and magnified. That light swiping across buildings and surfaces. That's what Jose and Sons were engaging in. They're demons. Demons coming and doing landscaping. They're group stalking. All right. There is no exception. This is a demon that's representing the United States Postal Service. USPS is monitoring American citizens. They're doing it in concert with the corrupt law enforcement agency that just again gave ongoing evidence against the whole entity. When I'm exposing the whole entity, the entity starts freaking out, stalking in planes and helicopters, starts freaking out. Okay, all of this is happening under what is never going to be the sun. It's still going to be here at 3:30 p.m. It's 11:20 in the morning. Okay, at 12:30 p.m. from right now, it's an hour and 10 minutes from now, it's at the same location, 12:38 p.m. I documented that already. But it's also seen in this same location over apartment number 51 at Woodside Senior Apartments. No, Woodside Senior Apartments is a third-party facilitating venue, just like this is a third-party facilitating venue where state surveillance is underway. And to the demise of the whole entity, because every single last one, you're going to slice down that entity. I'm going to prosecute them by name. That you're living at a crime scene with children, living at a crime scene or coming to the crime scene using what you have at your disposal to monitor, using your company name, engaging in whatever methods, but that a state utilizes through the people. That's how the system works. You're going to prosecute for that. You're going to prosecute for all of that. That you have minors that are engaging in criminal monitoring. Criminal monitoring is a sex offense. Criminal monitoring is terrorism. And that's exactly how those minors that the state is using, that's exactly what's going on their record. That's exactly what they're doing. All right, that's the entity itself that's going to face the consequences of engaging in terrorism, violating the constitutional and human rights of an American citizen. And the answer is not threatening more and stalking more and intimidating more with helicopter activity. That's what these psychopaths engage in. And it's going against the whole entity. That's what happens when you engage in such a high crime as one, and you're going down as one. P.O.C.